Welcome to another episode of Poston Presents the Show. And it's your host, Ms. Dopalicious. And today we have with us Mike Martin, also known as Kwazar Martin. Kwazar Martin. Apologize. He is a native to Indianapolis. He is a muralist. He is a former tattoo artist. And a lot of you may be familiar with his work. He did a mural at the All-Star game, or during the time of the All-Star game, with Tyrese Halliburton and Caitlin Clark on 18th and Riverside, and that was also featured in the Indy Star. And he did the Dear Mama Tupac series on Hulu, and I think that's in the credits.
It's in it's actually they show the mural during the final episode, the last episode.
Okay, so he's on that. And then also, if you live in Indianapolis, you may be familiar with the toy store, which is called
The toy pit.
the Toy Pick
Yeah.
on College and 38th Street. So, Mike Martin, who is Kwazar Martin, and why the name change?
My alter ego. Kwazar Martin is easier to find than Michael Martin, so you need a name that people can actually attach to you and find you as easy as possible. You know what I mean? So that was one of the main reasons I went with a different name like that.
Okay.
So
Makes sense. And you are how old?
oh, 43.
43.
Yeah.
And how long have you been an artist? Did you start as a child? Was
Yeah.
it something that you did after
Probably
college?
5 years old, 6, maybe 6 or something. I've been drawing, since like probably 6.
What was your favorite thing to draw? Or what got
Cars,
you really
lowrider.
lowrider?
Yep, my mother bought a lot of lowrider magazines, ton of them. I probably owe her for them. But yeah, a lot of them.
Was it your fascination for the cars, or was it the fascination for the actual drawing and the detail of the cars that kind of combined that passion and made it flourish for you?
Probably the details. I drew the underbody a lot, all the hydraulic pieces and stuff. I've always been like detailed in those spaces. So, and I'm just, I love cars to this day. I still do. So lowriders was like one of my favorites, still is to this day. But yeah, that was just my subject at the time. Like cars has just always been my subject then, at that time anyway.
So did you think you were going to be an artist when you were a child? Is that what you were pushed to do, or is that what you envisioned? Like, I'm going to be an artist.
I don't know if anybody ever just know. It's looked at as a hobby when you come from where I come from. I don't think any kid is just like, oh, I'm gonna live off of this.
Right.
And I don't even know if many adults are saying, oh, you can live off of that, because you don't really hear that coming from where I come from. It's basketball, sports, rapping, music, and stuff like that. So I'm probably one of the first ones from my area to do it on the stage that I'm doing it on. So I hope there's more of them coming.
Did you go to school to be an artist?
No schooling. Thought about it every time I talked to somebody. The people would say,
What?
you're not going to really learn. You're going to waste your money pretty much. Doing that. You should just do what you're doing. You know what I mean? On your own. So that's what I did. Just kind of just fine tune my own hand pretty much.
So how'd you get into tattooing?
Friends. We was going to Lincoln Tech. I was taking up auto body because I was in the cars.
That's what I was going to ask. How did you make that decision?
Yeah, so I have a certificate in I graduated auto body painting. And I've won first place custom paint in a contest there. It's crazy. My first time airbrushing.
Oh, wow.
But that's what I wanted to do, is like lowrider style design, like imagery on hoods, stuff like that. But a friend of mine who was going there, he started tattooing. He quit going, and we had been friends for years. And he's like, "Man, you should just come over here and try this." And there I was, you know what I mean, like doing it. But people keep asking, "Am I ever coming back?" No, never coming back to tattooing. Never ever.
So they cannot get
Nothing. It's over.
it's over. No amount of money.
Nah, cause you gotta move forward.
Okay.
You gotta always be in. I don't box myself. People ask me what I'm gonna do in 10 years. I don't know. I might not even be doing walls. I'm gonna do what where I'm guided. You know what I mean? To do.
Okay, so you go to Lincoln Tech.
Mhm.
You're working on cars because that's part of your passion.
Yeah,
Being an artist
auto
is part of
body
your
tech,
passion.
yeah.
You're spraying cars. You go from that to tattooing.
Mhm.
Now you went from on paper, on skin, on cars to doing murals that are
Well,
bigger.
Well,
Oh,
canvas work
oh, we
first.
did.
I started doing
Okay.
canvases, and then I started doing canvases, and
Okay.
then I changed over to during the pandemic. My cousin owns a warehouse space,
Okay.
and he was pretty much just parking their cars in there, and then there was like a room in there, and I was actually doing my canvas painting in one of the rooms, and I asked him, I was like, "Why don't you let me paint on the wall?" And he's like, "Okay."
All right.
So a friend of mine, he go by Slice, Tony McKirkland. Um, he's from New York, and he got me started pretty much teaching me about the different caps on the spray cans and stuff
Okay.
like that. And he's still going. That dude's killing out there. But he got me going, and he actually was like, would meet me at the warehouse space and kind of show me different things. And yeah, I kind of just took off from there.
Now, how? I mean, I couldn't even imagine. I think I can draw a little bit, but I couldn't even imagine, mapping out something that huge. So, is it intimidating? Was it intimidating?
Not really. What I did was once I felt like I was good enough working inside the building, I moved to the outside of the building. That's when everybody kind of knew what was going on with me from that point. But the scaling up, no, because once the work to me is still the same.
Okay.
So whether I'm scaling on a 50-foot wall or a 10-foot wall, long as I can get the outline of it
Okay.
and the measurements right, I'm gonna go to work from that point. With knowing how to do that, I'm not intimidated by any size wall. The largest wall I've done was like a 40 by 35 so far.
Can you put that in like a visual scale for us who are not good with
40
measuring?
feet by 35.
Yeah.
Well, a basketball court's 10 foot, so stack four of them on top of each other. Yeah, something like that. That's probably the largest that I've done, I think, to this day. Maybe. I may have done something bigger, I don't know.
So, what was the most difficult project?
In probably Fountain Square, I done like 8 mythical characters, highly detailed. Probably the most detailed piece that I have out right now at Elfin Moon. It's the place is called Elfin Moon, and yeah, that's probably that one. Yeah, that one gave me a run for my money. So.
What was the funnest piece that you've done?
Probably this whole building. I left my
The toy
job.
pit.
I left my job to do this building, and I haven't been back to work since. So probably this building, probably everything on here, kind of shows a range of different things that I can do, and it's like my holy grail building. But this whole building, the owner, super cool. The people who work here, the experience was probably one of my best. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as dealing with people. So yeah.
So, when you say you left your job, are you a contract? Are you employed? Or
So I will be looked at as a self-contractor, basically.
Okay.
So the same way somebody come in and do floors or anything,
Okay.
it's kind of the same thing for me. I just know that when I left, uh, I wasn't going back. I already knew I wasn't going back because I was kind of put in a dilemma where it was like the people at the job was like, are you going to do this
Okay.
or that? And I'm like, well, I'm going to do what I've been doing since I was like 6 years
You
old.
wanted your individuality. You wanted your space to be you.
Yeah, I mean, I needed, uh, I don't know, when you called on, you got to go and do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I kind of, in a sense, got pushed out of that spot because if you ever ask me if I'm doing art or something else, I'm going to probably choose art because
Right.
I have a
Right.
relationship with
Right.
art since I was a little kid. You know what I mean? Aside from my children, you know
Of
what I mean? There's
course.
something that's with them. But yeah, so art's going to always be like my first choice. And kind of like,
It's the easy pick when it's your passion,
it
though.
is, and it keep me out of trouble. And yeah, it does. So,
Okay. What's something I was just thinking? Pardon me.
nah, you good.
Oh man, I can't believe I just had a brain freeze.
It's so much, like, for me, like, it doesn't even, like, you can bring up whatever. Like, I went to prison, all that. Come home, did this. It's a whole layout.
Well, what I
So
was
you
gonna
can ask
say.
whatever. I'm going to
Well,
answer
what I
it.
was gonna ask you was, you were saying how you went from that job and you transitioned here, and then you've done, well, like I said in the intro, you've done things for the NBA. You've done different murals throughout the city
Outside
and
the city. Yeah.
outside the city. I also saw you tag something in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you do a piece in
I did a piece. I
Cincinnati?
did a piece in a club in Cincinnati. Um, I've been in Cincinnati, Louisville, Kentucky, um, Nashville, Tennessee, Buffalo, New York, and Las Vegas. I think that's it.
So
I think
the
I'm
fir-
missing something, but
the first time you did something on a large scale and you got hired,
hmm
how was that?
what
How
was
did you handle that? Like they come to you and they're like, "We want you to do this," and they offer you this. I guess they offer you a check, or do you negotiate?
so at first, what the part that people don't see is you do a lot of stuff for free. To like that, Caitlin Clark, all that. That I drove to Cincinnati and bought those cans and did that. I
Oh,
made absolutely nothing on that. I was just expressing myself and
okay,
showing what I can do. The work comes later. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was doing that while I was working the job.
okay.
I would get off work and go out there for 6 hours after work. And I
Just
always,
kidding.
my joke was, work start when I leave here.
Mhm.
Because the real work is what I'm doing for myself, right? So the job was really the hobby to me in my mindset. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just, so when the work started to come around, I don't even remember what the first thing I actually got paid to do. I don't even remember. It's been a while. Um, Yeah, I can't even tell you what the first one was.
When you did that Caitlin Clark piece, you had some little kickback about that, didn't you?
Yeah,
What
so
on social media
oh yeah,
and
it was like two
like,
weeks. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks of drama.
what
Um,
what was that about?
so she made herself eligible for the WNBA
Okay,
when she found out that the Fever had the #1 pick.
okay.
Um, I knew she was coming here then, because she could have stayed another year. And what people didn't know was her boyfriend was working with the Pacers a couple years prior
Okay.
to her coming here. So I knew she was coming because he's here. So when she
Mhm.
seen that, she was like, "Oh, I'm about to make myself eligible." But the big kickback was, "How do you know she's coming? What if she don't?" I put her up before they drafted her. She was already on the wall before they actually drafted her, and I guess they haven't never seen anybody do that. And so I ended up in Time Magazine, Good
Okay.
Morning America came. They flew in and talked to me. It was crazy. So all over that, I was doing like 3 interviews a day for like a week with those people, USA Today and all this different stuff. But uh,
Did you expect that? Did you
I
expect it?
didn't know it was gonna go. I didn't know it was gonna go to that. Like I've seen it, and I went in Barnes and Noble and opened up books that I didn't even know I was in, or that the wall that the mural was in. So I have like Caitlin Clark books at home where my mural
What?
is in. Yeah, yeah. So you can like go in the store and get them and they in there. But I didn't know. You never really know the magnitude of how far it's actually gonna go.
Mhm.
You know, you just let it roll out how it's gonna roll out, and you just do what you love. You know what I'm saying, or what you feel like is the smartest move for
Right.
you. You know what I'm saying? So,
When it comes to making these moves, do you pray? Do you just have a talk with yourself? Do you talk with your mom? Like, what helps you make these decisions,
I don't know.
or just your ultimate goal?
They just come. Like I would say, so crazy. I used to be driving to work, and around 6:15, I would get ideas all the time around the same time, and that's when my energy's at its highest form because I'm just getting up.
Okay.
And that's one thing that I hated about going to work because that was my prime time to, you know what I'm saying, exert that energy on what I'm doing. And so like on my lunch breaks and stuff, I would actually eat on my 15-minute breaks, and I would draw on my lunch breaks.
Okay.
And some of the stuff that you've seen, I sketched in the break room. And one of the times that I knew that it was time for me to go from that job, I was in there working, and the coach messaged me through Instagram about the Anthony Richardson mural that I did.
Okay.
And so they sent somebody out from ESPN to come film me, but they asked me later to do the training camp shirts, design the training camp shirts. I'm working in there while they're writing me.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, yeah, it might be time to go. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think,
it might be
yeah.
time to get out of here. That was one of the moments. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of becomes a no-brainer when
Yeah.
those type of people involved.
Yeah. It's a jump, though. You jump and see.
Yeah.
I've had to figure out, everything's on you. You know what I mean? If it go good, it's on you. If it go bad, it's on you. If you can live with that, you can do you know what I mean? You can go into them spaces.
Okay. Um, you've done things for Mike Epps.
Yep, I'm working with him now. Yep.
You've done things for Don Tripp. If y'all see the shirt.
Yep. Album cover.
Album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it signed, y'all. You hung out with Benny the Butcher.
Benny. Yep.
You know all these connections through being an artist.
Oh yeah, most of them found me. I mean, Miles Turner, Tamika Catchin, Starlito. My guy Red Dot, he's with Grind Hard as well. It's a lot. I don't even remember everybody, but I've been in a lot of rooms but all of it stemmed from Instagram because that's where they was finding me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's where they was finding me. Like I talk to George Hill sometimes. Just Edrin James hollered at me. Yeah, he hit me up. We still gonna work on that one, but yeah. So it's been.
So you famous?
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
You
Not
wouldn't say
around,
you're famous?
not around here, and
So at what
half the city,
at
my
what point
cousins.
At what point are you famous?
I don't know. I guess when you don't have to tell nobody who you are. I still gotta introduce myself quite a bit. You know what I mean? People would know the work before they know me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I was cool with that for a long time. Like I went and bought some shoes and I gave the dude my email.
Yeah.
And he just had the most. He was just looking. He said, "I know this name," and I was like, "Yeah, I do the." And he's like, "Man, I seen that," and I'm like, "Yeah." So I kind of like that part where they didn't know who I was, but they just knew my work.
There's some pieces that people seen that you know that they probably have no clue it's you, or just.
Most of them know now. They know. I'm floating around here now. So
You sound a little famous to me.
Well, most of them know. You know what I'm saying? They know. And then my social media just been gaining a lot of traction as well. Like it's at its highest peak on my Instagram's still growing, but I got like almost 1 million views over these 30 days. So people are like, you know what I mean, getting engaging in what's going on with me. So they know I'm posting the work, so they kind of know who done it. You know what I mean? And I got my tag now,
Yeah.
so if I tell them, if you don't see the tag, it
It
ain't
ain't you.
official, right? It ain't official. I'm gonna auction that thing off one day when it get
I know that's right.
yeah, I might. I'll leave it for my
So,
kids.
who have you done work with that people could probably connect with that you have felt to be the most humbling or most enjoyable experience?
Like famous wise,
Yeah.
um, you know what? It's I don't look at them people the same as
You don't look
what.
at them as
Nah,
famous.
because when we talk, they talk like Mike Epps talks to you like you his cousin or something.
Mhm.
That's how I feel when he's in there playing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, being
if
goofy.
he feel like he'll call me just randomly through the week. You know what I mean? And we'll just talk. I ask him about his trips and stuff like that. I hung out where his son and been there. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So, I think I don't know. I don't think that's where the. I think my superhero, my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably look at her
Mm.
in that high space. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, what she thinks matters, like to me,
Yeah,
probably the
yeah, yeah,
most.
yeah, yeah.
Like I still feel like the little kid drawing in the room and showing her, even when I do a wall. You know what I mean? Like she'll come out here and just park and just look. I've came out here and start working, didn't even see her sitting back there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, the beautiful thing about she don't even have to get out of the car. She can just ride around and see my work. You know what I mean? And she told me, she's like, I was asleep watching cause she'll go to sleep sometimes, like watching the football game. And when I woke up, yeah, Anthony Richardson was on the screen. She's like, I woke up right in time to see it. You know what I mean? So for her to just be at
Yeah.
home and see that, like, that's probably like a bigger deal to me. You know what I'm saying? Or the conversation I had with my son where he's like, I want to draw and do some of the stuff you doing. And I'm like, well, I know a mentor that can show you, you know,
Yeah.
I said, you got a direct line to that. So
Do you consider yourself a mentor?
I'm probably more of a father and a mentor. I mean, I say mentor, but I mean realistically, yeah, he's like a mini me, just smarter. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm a mentor. I try to be a light though. You know what I mean? I go to Cincinnati, right? When I need inspiration, I go and look at walls. I'll drive around, and I want to be that for people who are in the city to see something in the spark. You know what I mean? Because somebody's on their way to being better than me, right? Probably a couple of them. And later on, they'll say, I remember him doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to be that light. I'm not trying to gatekeep. I ain't trying to block. You can't block.
Yeah.
You can't block nobody's blessing anyway. You know what I mean? You might as well get on the, on the same wave
Just,
and
yeah,
roll
do
with it.
you.
Do
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? Do you.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, from what we've discussed and then some things that we didn't talk about, like you said, you've been to prison
Yeah.
and things like that. What would you say for some? It just seems like you've always stuck to your gut. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
no matter through whatever, you've always stuck to your talent, your passion. And then here you are, you know what I mean, on this game. You don't consider yourself famous, but I don't know. You hang with all the famous people, you know what I mean? You know you're in your space, you're
Yeah.
comfortable, you know. But what would you say, and even you have a child, so even to children, like, what would you say to keep them encouraged, and especially for, the youth of today? Because I know in our culture as a black man, like, or, whatever, when you growing up, like, going to prison ain't something that's like, it happens, you know what I mean, through people having their growing pains, and they often end up in a situation where they feel like they can't follow their dream, or, their childhood, or their environment, or, just their surroundings. They don't encourage them to, do that.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it is like, I think a lot of artists, we like, the kid side of us never escaped. Reality kills the
Okay.
creative kids. Every kid draws when they little.
Yeah.
Every kid's picking up crayons and drawing, right? And they put this on the refrigerator, right? Reality kills that though. Reality kills a lot of dreams because people are telling you You gotta go get a job and you need to go do this and you too old to be doing this. And I got a Bar Simpson backpack. You think I care what people think about? Wear it. And guess what? Grown people like, I love that backpack.
Yeah.
You know why? Because to survive in this, you have to have that little bit of I don't care. And I just explained it to somebody and I said, I was talking to my son and I said, it ain't about what everybody think. I said, you got to go home with you at the end of the day. You got to lay down with your thoughts. So the decisions you make need to satisfy you, not everybody else. And so being different, I know I think different. You know what I mean? And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like even talking to him, my son, he's probably one of the smartest people I've had a conversation with. And he's like, you know, he's like, he got a 3.9. He's taking up mechanical engineering and computer science. The dude does math like crazy. So I was talking to him about, I was like, don't silence yourself because people don't understand your level of thinking. I was like, you move to a different space. You don't lower yours to
accommodate.
Yeah, because then you're going into an average space. Because that means the mass think what you're doing is weird, right? So then you bring it. A lot of people do that. I'm cool on that because a lot of times, like, if you able to walk into, and I also times like the artist is always in front of the crowd. And what I mean by that is, well, if I'm looking at a wall, people probably think it's crazy for me to be staring at a wall that don't have nothing on it. They're like, why is he standing there? And then when I'm done, oh, that's amazing. I'm in front of them. I'm already thinking of something that I already see it before they ever even seen it. It's already in my head. So that means you walk alone a lot.
Yeah.
How do I explain something to somebody who can't see what I'm seeing? You don't. You just do the work.
Just do it. Do you think being an artist gives you a certain freedom?
I think being comfortable with who you are gives you freedom. You know what I mean? It don't even have to be art. Some people are just, there's some people that don't have a ton of money and they happy and you see their life and stuff is just going the way they need it to go and it doesn't have to appease to everybody else. That's true happiness. It don't got to be about the giant house. They got a regular house. And you know what I mean? And, and a working car and they around and they loved. You know what I'm saying? They might be around some people that love them and sometimes most of that's bigger. That's bigger than all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like having your family or just people you can trust and you genuinely can confide in and you don't have to worry. That's bigger than all of that stuff. Everything else means nothing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's the true reality. You know what I mean? Is like you said, the love and the passion and what it brings to complete your life, regardless of what everybody else sees. It's all about what you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So you said you don't know, in 10 years what you'll be doing, but like right now, what's next? I mean, you're doing some collaborations with Amazon Prime, but you're doing a commercial.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on something, but they got me signed to a death row contract, so I can't even talk about that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm working on a few things.
About?
I've done because well, I'm getting, and the bigger you get in the space, the bigger the companies. It's almost like the less. So it almost like you ain't doing nothing sometimes. Okay. Because people, you can't post or you can't say nothing. So a lot of times, it looks silent. Like looking at, you know what I mean? And for me, silence is me probably working at my highest form. You know what I mean? So somebody might be looking like, he ain't doing nothing.
So basically, and I'm you gotta stay tuned.
Yeah, so they'll see later on like, oh, okay, that's what he was doing.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, so, because a lot of times when that big stuff hit, you've already done it.
Okay.
And so it looks like it's a roller coaster of big stuff because everything is pushed out further. Like I'm being contracted to buildings that ain't built yet. They showing me the layout and wanting me to sign off on doing stuff for buildings that they still got the shovels in the dirt. They ain't even built them yet. You know what I mean? And so that's where I'm into right now. I did some stuff I think I did Tesla last year. Was it Tesla? The collision center like last year. They called me while I was in Florida. Then the Hughes brothers, that's how the Tupac, then they called me. I was in Florida. So I need to go to Florida because I get the big calls while I'm out there. But yeah, I need to stay out there a little
Okay,
bit
boys,
more.
where it's at.
So yeah, but it's I'm just trying to. I've been reading a book through Rick Rubin, and it's been helping me a lot as far as creativity. It's almost like an artist Bible for real,
Okay.
man. And it's like just learning how to enjoy the process and quit rushing to get to the end of it. You know what I mean? A
What's the
lot of
name of the book?
oh, I don't know. It's only book. So look up Rick Rubin. I think he only has one book.
Okay.
But
Because this is a recommendation, artist
yes, it's like
recommendation.
it makes so much sense to a creative person.
Okay.
If you're not into that, it's not going to make a lot of sense. But I can relate to a lot of things that's in there. You know what I mean? And helps me. You know. Yeah. So I got some catching up to do on it, but
Okay. Well, I don't know. We had a lot of information there, y'all.
yeah, I let it roll out. You know what I mean?
Do you see yourself now after making your presence, after, doing these murals, making these connections, being from Indianapolis, do you see this becoming an artistic place? Do you see Indianapolis getting any notoriety or attention?
Um, it's it's so crazy because I was putting up posts where I was like, I'm putting the city on my back. You know what I mean? As far as that, and it was like, it got to a point. Every magazine I did, I said something about Indianapolis. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was repping really hard. Yeah, I think the group that's coming up behind me,
Mhm.
they gonna get the show out for real. You know what I'm saying? Because the door's open now, and once people see it, they want it. You know what I mean? Like this particular building,
Right.
like I just don't feel like there's a building that is cooler in the city
Yeah, I
than
agree.
this one. You know what I mean? And so inside and out, you know what I mean? And so it was a match that just worked. You know what I mean? And so they actually wanted me to do more work in this area, and I said I don't want to just see my work. I want to be inspired, so I want to see other people's work around. I don't want the city to look like
Yeah.
me. I said it's like
Yeah.
listening to your own music that you made every time you get in the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
that's not what I want. I just want the opportunity to go and hire more locals. Stop bringing those people in when we know people that can do the work that live here. Quit giving all the money, sending all the money out the city. You know what I'm saying? When you got people in the city who can do that work. You know what I mean? Not all the time, but it's like, come on now, like
Yeah.
they'll go past. I already know when it's a project, when I can see the budget of the project, I know they ain't giving it to me. It's crazy, and I already know that, and they know I'm fully capable of doing it. And I'm like, it's because I'm who I am. I speak out, and everybody don't like that, and I don't care, cause I sleep well
I
when I
know that's
speak
right.
out.
Being who you are.
Yeah, oh, when I speak out,
Okay.
I sleep better. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
So if people wanted to see your work around the city, where's some projects that are, still up that they could see?
Best way to be honest, Google.
Google.
Google the walls that you're looking for, and it'll give you locations. Actually, working on the website is pinpointing where each one is at, so people can just go in there and look. But Google's still gonna probably be the easiest way to find. Like if you look up Caitlin Clark, it automatically asks you because people Google where it's at already.
Okay.
So it's like the first question on there. But if they just need to know, they can hit my Instagram or everything's under Kwazar Martin. Everything. So every social media handle, anything you need to find me on is that. So if you like having trouble finding something, I was getting a lot of people from Iowa that was having a hard time finding the Caitlin, and they was messaging me. I was telling them where it was at. So yeah. So that's the easiest way because I have a bunch of them now, and I don't. Yeah.
Too many names.
Too many. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, y'all. Well, this has been another episode of the show. It's been an awesome time with Kwazar Martin, your native indie mural artist. Would you like to tell them one more time how they could check out your art and how to spell it?
Just go Kwazar Martin. You can Google it. You can go to Instagram, Facebook. All my social media handles are the same. So Kwazar Martin, Martin. You can find me all over now. Been working hard for y'all to find me. So.
All right. It's been another episode of Poston Presents the Show. Please subscribe. Please share with your friends. And we'll see you next time. Stay tuned.